huge update dropping in Marvel Strike Force this week, and if you want to be prepared, so you're ready for it. As soon as the update drops, that is what we're discussing in this video. Doom 2 raid dropping in this update. Alliance War changes. They're coming as well. We got some new characters coming, one of them being a mythical legendary character that looks like he's going to dominate on war offense. And we also got Teal gear coming. Yes, so a lot to prepare for. We're discussing it all in this video. And if you're ready for it, find that like button and let's go smash it, Valley Maniacs. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a great weekend. I hope you're having a great day. And I hope you're going to discuss this update that is dropping this week. Now, we did get an in-game message early this week describing everything that is coming and a lot more. There's always a lot more that they describe in this, and I think we have a pretty good idea of what exactly is coming and what you need to do to prepare. But before we get into all that, I do want to give a big shout out to the sponsor of this video, Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends has over 600 champions for you to collect and build. But they also have a ton of bosses that fight in totally unique ways. So let's talk about one of my personal favorites, Sir Galaroth, the Guardian of the Arcane Keep. And if you want to download Raid right now, use my link in the description. Unlike most of the other bosses, this dude is actually a pretty nice guy, sort of like a paladin, tasked with protecting the arcane knowledge so that only the worthy can use it. And to do that, you gotta beat him up. But he can be tricky, because if you're not ready, he can hit you over and over and over again, and then your team is wiped out. So I am building up the High Katoon so that we can smash Galaroth the next time we see him. She's actually one of the best support characters in the game. Very, very underrated. And she's actually very good in all of the dungeons. And as you can see, I got this speed set on her so that she could go before her enemies and give our team the support that it needs. And this month, Raid just released a huge new Doom Tower update. There's 2 new bosses to take on, Astrax the Darth Bay and Bomal the Dreadhorn. And that is in addition to the new secret rooms and new artifact sets that you can win. And if that's not enough, the whole month is packed with awesome events and tournaments, including the Super Raid, which lets you get double rewards and speed up your progress. And if you're a new player and want to get a huge head start in Raid, all you need to do, click on the link in the description or scan my QR code, and in your account, you will receive the free epic champion Chonoru, who is amazing in the Doom Tower. You'll also get 200,000 silver, an experience boost, an energy refill, and an ancient shard so that you can summon an awesome champion as soon as you get in game. And all of that amazing treasure is going to be waiting for you in game in your inbox right here. But don't wait. It's only available for new players, and it's only available for the next 30 days. So what are you waiting for? Click on the link and download Raid today. Yes, so guys, if you want to try to destroy Sir Galaroth on your own, make sure you check out that link for Raid Shadow Legends. But if you want to get ready for this update that is dropping, then that is what we're discussing in this video, guys. So without further ado, let's talk about these new characters that are dropping in Marvel Strike Force. 3 new playable characters coming. And I think we know all of them, but 2 of them have officially been confirmed. We had the hints drop a few weeks ago on the social media accounts of Marvel Strike Force. The far right corner and the bottom right hand corner, that has to be Omega Red. We had his kit revealed a couple weeks ago. Lady Deathstrike, her kit was revealed a couple days ago. And the last but not least, the character in between Deathstrike and Dagger, Silver Samurai, seems to be the most likely. If you have any other guesses, let me know in the comments. This is based on the silhouette, the background color, and the length of text that goes under this character's description. So I think we know exactly what is in this. And let's take a look at the kit for Omega Red. Looks to be a very strong war offense character, countering that dirty Heroes for Hire team and the traits that he is going to have. Villain, Global Mutant Controller, Weapon X, the new Weapon X team designed to counter that horrible Heroes for Hire team, and he is a legendary character. So yes, he's gonna have this controller tag, he's gonna have that Weapon X tag, and he is gonna be a mythical legendary character. We know his unlock, we found it out a few weeks ago, but we're gonna discuss that a little bit in this video as well. Now, the thing about this, he's designed to be a war offense character, but his kit is so strong. You know, he's getting the trauma, the new ability that's coming with his kit. Only character that has this so far. Well, actually, he doesn't have it because he's technically not in the game, but he will. He will be the only character that has this. And a lot of bonuses in war, but even without all these war bonuses, guys, I think he will still be a good character in many game modes, sort of like that Doc Ock, plug and play in raids, plug and play in maybe not arena, but in other game modes that you might use them in, and possibly good on war offense, war defense as well. Let's take a look at the other kit that we saw, and that is not this. That is this one right here. That is Lady Deathstrike, revealed a couple days ago on this blog post here. And now she has a different tag. She is a tech character, not a mutant character. So yeah, possibly not a complete raid team because they don't have that synergy to go in these lanes together. But yeah, looking like a very strong war offense team. And maybe this is a very strong kit. Not a lot of war bonuses up until her passive. So this might be another character that could help in those tech sections if you're like me and struggling to do raids right now with those tech sections. But yes, those are the two characters we need, or we know so far. Those are the kits that we have seen. And yeah, I went over them in previous videos. I'm not going to discuss them too much in this video, but we know their kits. They look very, very strong. And yes, they are designed to be a war offense character. Let's go back in game though and discuss what else we know is coming. In addition to the playable characters, we also got new costumes coming. One of them that we know is coming is this bad boy, the Weapon X costume from Wolverine. Looks really, really good. That was revealed on a Strike Time episode few weeks ago. And yes, I think this is gonna be a good, I think that was revealed the same time that Omega Red was revealed. But there's some other costumes that are in the game right now that I thought was gonna be revealed in 5.6. They still are not able to get any of these. So let's check out some of the costumes that we've seen. Now, the first one I do want to discuss is Emma Frost. I like this costume. Not given available, and they did discuss in a blog post that yes, it is not going to be available. It may not even be available in 5.7, but we did see this, I think, all the way back in 5.5 on this one, the 27th of August, all the way down at the bottom. Talking about this Emma Frost costume. A recent version 5.6 release note mentioned Emma Frost Dawn of X costume would be heading your way soon, but it will be delayed. Her new costume now slated for one of our upcoming releases. Doesn't specifically say 5.7, so we may not even get this costume for Emma Frost on this patch, this 5.6 patch. But there's another costume that is in game that looks very, very good, and people have been wondering, how do we get this costume? It is this one, the What If version of Doctor Strange. There's no events or any way to get this costume, and there's a one last but not least, I do want to talk about this one, and I guess some people have gotten this costume. I'm not sure why they would go to all this trouble to make this costume, have no event associated with a Black Widow event. I guess there was like a sweepstakes that you could get this costume in, but for most players, I'm not sure how we're going to go about getting this. So maybe it's coming in 5.7, or maybe this is just one of the costumes that they're throwing away, and it's going to be available in a store a few weeks from now. But yes, so that is what we know about these costumes. We also know, in addition to all that, we have a mythic legendary event coming for what is his name? Omega Red. So let's discuss the Omega Red unlock method, because not the most, or like I guess it's not the worst. The good thing is that Secret Avengers should be farmable very, very soon, which is going to help a lot of people with that are struggling through the tech sections of the raid. And these are what you need to unlock Omega Red. If you don't have these characters ready, start to get them ready, because he looks to be a very good character, and he looks to be not just viable on war offense, but also viable in other game modes, like I said. But yes, you're going to need the Secret Avengers, Sharon Carter, Captain America Sam, and Maria Hill. You're also going to need Nick Fury and Winter Soldier, all of them at 5 stars for that unlock. You know, if you want to get the next star levels, you're going to need more. The 6 stars on these characters, 7 stars on these characters. Level 65, gear tier 12 is the minimum, and ISO class level 3 for all of these characters just to get that unlock. And if you want to get that 6 or 7 star, well, 6 stars, gear 13, and ISO class 4 for that 6 star unlock. And then 7 stars on all these characters, gear tier 14, ISO class level 5 on all these characters for that 7-star unlock for Omega Red. So that is what we can expect for this mythic legendary event. They also mentioned in this in-game message a new event campaign, and that has to be for one of these upcoming characters, either Lady Deathstrike or Silver Samurai. Let me know your thoughts on that. Who you think it's going to be. I think they haven't given any indication, so I guess it's a 50-50 chance right now. But if you want to make your guess and have it potentially correct, leave it in the comments. Next thing, we have Alliance War changes. Some of the things we saw in data mines, some of them we've heard about from people that were on the playtest server with some positive changes. One thing that's not mentioned here is that practice mode, which looks to be very good. Yes, we are talking about practice mode coming in War. All right, this is what we know so far. And again, it may work like this, it may not work like this when it's actually in the game. This is Scopely we're talking about. So how it's written, how it's described, how it's previewed, how it's marketed may not actually be how it's implemented in the game, but how it's supposed to work. We're supposed to be getting some helicarrier sized updates, 2 more slots for defensive teams. So that's raising the amount of defensive teams that you need from 8, raising it to 10. 2 additional war energy at the start of each war, which means being on at that start of the war with your alliance is going to be extremely important, especially if you're in a very competitive alliance. That sounded weird, but if you're an alliance is very competitive alliance war, being on at the start is very, very important. Not sure yet how this is going to affect casual alliances though. The war ready trait. And again, what we knew from that is getting at ISO 8 certain levels. I believe it was 4. I don't know what it's going to be when it's implemented in the game, but this is based on the ISO 8 levels, and you're going to get some bonuses. I think in the test server, it was damage and a few other things, but the war ready trait based on the ISO 8 is going to give you some bonuses there. So all the characters that you want to use in war, start to look at those ISO 8 for them, but you may not want to do it too soon because Teal gear is coming, and you may also want to be getting ready for the Doom raids. These war ready traits, I'm not sure about the importance of it because it's just giving me extra stats, especially if you're in a real casual war alliance. Updated room bonuses. They mentioned a few that were changing there, and more stuff. And I think the big stuff is the practice mode. Make sure you set your defensive 2 new slots as soon as the scheduled maintenance is complete. So that is what we can expect as far as some of the Alliance War updates. We know some of them, we don't know all of them. Now, the other thing that we got notice of this past week was Doom 2, how that's going to work, the Doom 2 raids that are coming. So let's go let's go to the blog post and check it out. Requirements. I think this was not as bad as I thought. So there's going to be 3 levels of Doom 2 coming in this update, or supposed to come. We never can say it with any certainty nowadays because all the errors that are being posted in these blog posts and things like that. But the normal version of the raid, tier 2, level 1, ISO 8. So the blue gear, level 1 of that stuff, and that'll get you into the first level of the raid. The next difficulty, you're going to need tier 2 of the blue gear equipped on your characters for any characters that you want to bring into Doom raids. And for difficulty 2, you're going to need to get it at level 3 of all your blue ISO for these characters that you want to get. And to unlock the next difficulty level, your alliance needs to reach level 100. So if you and your alliance are thinking about going in, and word is that this is going to be available if you have the keys to be launched as soon as the update drops. That's their intent. I don't know if that's going to be the case, but that's what it's supposed to be. So if you guys get your keys ready, start to prepare your characters now, putting the ISO 8 level 1 blue on them for the characters that you're using them. Rewards. We're getting the teal gear. We're getting a lot of stuff here, but the teal gear orb is what we're getting here. Now, we got a little more description on what this teal gear is going to look like, that teal gear raid orb. The left pillars will have basic catalyst, stat catalyst, parts for damage, focus, all that stuff. Origin teal gear, well, the middle will have the unique gear, 20% chance. Teal mini uniques won't be available in the raid orb, instead found in the store, events, and in offers. Of course, they're going to be in offers. Well, let's talk about the teal gear because that was announced in a blog post yesterday. And yes, so acquiring teal gear, it is going to be the Doom raid, the primary source. And this looks like it's a big improvement from the previous orange gear, from some of the stuff. Obviously, some of the stuff is going to be very grindy and not an improvement. Some of the stuff actually may be a little worse, but I think some of the stuff is an improvement. The orb rewards all tier gear types except for the mini uniques. So yes, that's going to be the big bottleneck here, guys. We're not going to get any mini uniques from the raid orb. So no matter how much you raid, you're still gonna have to buy stuff in the store, the normal store and the war store. And yeah, you can dive in as soon as you're ready. Supposedly, as soon as the update drops, the supply store, war store, will have one row located at the top of each store dedicated to Teal gear. So this is going to be our primary source, kind of like it was for Dark Dimension 2, 3, 4. As these raids were getting implemented, new pieces were getting available in the stores, and we needed it to qualify for those raids. The remaining catalyst parts will be in the shared slots. So the origin gear, the gear 16 mini uniques, all that stuff is going to be available in these stores there. So the Teal gear tree, so slightly different than what they're doing with the orange gear. Like I said, have a slightly different streamlined structure to make it easy to track which pieces you need in the future. Unique gear pieces won't require basic catalyst. You'll ever only need 400 augmented basic catalyst parts, 200 to craft each of that pieces. So I think people were wondering what this augmented means. I think this is the next description of it. You know how we had the superior, advanced, all that stuff. I think this is going to be the next level. I'm not sure. I think when that Teal gear is officially announced in the game or comes to the game, that's what we'll see as a name though. But that's what I think it means. People were having questions in that live stream. For comparison, instead of that 400, you needed over 1,000 superior basic catalyst parts in the previous. So much more friendly. We'll see how the economy is though, and how much they're giving us for this stuff. Maybe they're giving us way less and it's kind of an equal thing. I don't know. Another reason to move to augmented is you don't want to continue scaling pieces that we did in orange gear tiers. The increases in the recipe cost through the orange gear didn't feel great, so we want to create a healthier arc of progression through Teal. Again, all this stuff sounds good. Let's see how it's actually implemented in the game. And they're also trying to make orange gear more available. And one of the things they said about introducing that Teal gear is to make orange more available. And it looks like they're doing that sort of in the supply section of the store. Most orange gear, except for basic catalyst parts, will now appear in higher categories. Catalysts for damage, focus, armor, resistance, all that normal stuff decreased from 16,000 gold to 12,000 gold. The origin gear decreasing from 20,000 gold to 12,000 per item. And the gear 14 mini uniques from 35k to 20k per item. So yes, getting cheaper. Good, making it more available. These will now in the war store. It doesn't look like it's getting cheaper, but it does look like it's appearing in greater quantities. So what they say down here is that the prices may go up because the prices aren't changing. You're just getting more of it at a time. The gear 14 mini uniques increasing from a stack of 2 to a stack of 4. The origin uniques from 1 and 2 to a maximum of 3, a minimum of 2, a maximum of 3. So a little bit of RNG there for those. Superior basic catalyst parts increase from a minimum of 5 and a maximum of 10 to a minimum of 10, maximum of 20. So the cost in that, expect that to go up. You also reduce the prices for the following gear. I don't know why they didn't just decrease the cost as well. They did in the supply store. Why not in a war store as well? The orange uniques reduced from 1,015 war credits to 900, so getting a little cheaper. So I guess some of the things did get cheaper, not everything. The 14 mini uniques from 700 to 300 credits. While we have made price reductions to certain gear per unit, so certain, not all, some did though. Keep in mind that the greater quantity in the bundle might give the impression that the prices have increased, but the per unit costs have not been increased. So some deck decreased, some are the same, but it looks like the quantities in the war store went up. And I think all that stuff is good, guys. Let me know what you think of this update. Is this something that's making you fearful, or is this getting you a little hyped? I think there's good and bad with this update, and I hope they are significantly reducing the bugs. But yes. Will there be bugs? Let me know, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, subscribe to the channel. Check me out on social media. I'm all over the place, ValleyFlyin, and I will see you guys next time. Have a great weekend. We'll be back tomorrow with the live streams, ValleyFlyin 76 on Twitch every weekday morning, guys. And we have the mailbag. So if you have not already joined the Discord and you want your question potentially featured on the Monday mailbag tomorrow, go join the Discord. Leave your question there. I will see you guys next time. Give me that Hulk fist bump and have a great rest of your weekend, guys. ValleyFlyin out!